So, that's kind of, and what.
So it has been more on the part that now being on or Thursday.
Explain to me.
Okay, we'll let the record show this is a meeting of the Spencer County Local Alcoholic Beverage Board. This 13th day of May, 2026. It's now 1 p.m. I'm Brian Stewart with the State Excise Police. I'll let the other gentlemen introduce themselves.
J.C. Davis, Rockport.
J.W. Arnold, Santa Claus. Matt Ben, Rockport.
Okay, we have a total of 5 applications on the agenda today. 4 of those are for renewal and without violation, and without remonstrance. Real quickly, those are RR 74-20207, doing business as Los Panchos, TL 74-32506, which is doing business as Giant, Indiana, number 816 in Rockport, DL 74-32511, Giant, Indiana, in Gentryville, and DL 74-34126, which is doing business as Stone Ridge Station in Santa Claus. Since
Except for renewal.
Second.
got a motion and a second for recommendation of approval, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes, so that leaves us with an application for a new grocery store permit. This will be a beer and wine dealer permit, doing business as Santa's Sundries at 1405 Christmas Boulevard. So gentlemen, if you want to stand and raise your right hand, we'll get everybody sworn in, make this all official. Do each of you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers to any questions asked by this board, as well as the answer to any questions on your application, be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead and have a seat,
Okay.
stand, whatever you're more
I
comfortable.
feel like I have to stand.
There we go.
So Alex Indermill, Bose McKinney and Evans, attorney for Santa Sundries and Holiday World Coke Development Corp. Michael Crosby, Director of Hospitality, correct? Yes, that's correct. With me today is Officer Stewart said, it's grocery store permit at the Santa's Cottages. They've got a grocery store where you can pick up grocery stuff. You know, people are staying there and they need to get, milk, pop, soda, chips, s'mores, those types of things in there. And this would just be, Michael and I were talking early in the week or last week. And, guests are saying, you have any beer, you have any wine, it'd be nice, if someone would choose that. So very limited selection of wine. I think you said maybe like a 4 or 6 foot run, 8 foot run, maybe.
Yeah, there's a 4-foot like gondola display with a few shelves where we would just, sell 12 packs, 6 packs of beer, and then a couple of wine options, maybe a couple of wine cooler options.
Yeah. So warm beer, of course, and just providing that amenity for the folks. We talked a lot about, and always important for the board and the commission, is how are you going to make sure that you don't sell to minors? As you may recall,
Oh, thanks.
we were here, I think about 2 years ago, to get a permit for the park. And, that's the restaurant permit. And so on premises consumption, this would be off premises. But what Michael and his team have done, would have handed you, is the alcohol sales policies for Santa Sundries for the grocery store. And then a couple highlights there at the bottom of that first page. Still the policy that they're going to check everybody's IDs. And if an employee doesn't, if they see that they're not checking IDs, there's a disciplinary process. They get points, and warning and talking to. Second time, progressive discipline. If someone has a violation and sells to a minor, or sells to somebody who's intoxicated, sells unique is, although the employees don't, it's like you do at a restaurant or a packaged liquor store, the centers, they're going to still make their employees, if they're handling, go through the ATC training and have their permit, just to reinforce that, what they're supposed to do, things to look for when selling and checking an ID. The last page has some summary of the guidance for employees about checking IDs, feel for pinholes, whatnot, which is great. So obviously, they take it very seriously. Going to make sure that they do a good job and not selling to minors or intoxicated folks. Again, so limited selection. How many cottages do you have out
We currently have 39, but we do look to increase that number in the future.
there? And of course, other people, I mean, if you're not staying at the cottage, people can swing by and pick up some groceries. And if they choose to pick up some food, then they'd be able to as well. They're going to implement ID scanners. So they'll have an ID scanner as well as another layer of protection to check to make sure that things are legitimate. I know that Michael and I talked a lot about, the tricky thing under the sales law for grocery stores is Sunday, and you can only sell between 12 and 8. So they're going to make sure that that's taken care of as well, either at a minimum, maybe blocking off the wine or putting signage saying,
We can do that as well as limit the sales on our point of sale through just setting up a parameter on the hours.
and they're not open past roughly 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock would be the latest that we would be open. Earliest we open is 7 a.m.
So really Sunday's the one to look for, but like I said, we've talked thoroughly about that. Michael and his team